Greetings, everybody. Yes, welcome to yet once again another horror media update for this month of October. Now, granted, what can I say? Some of these I've had for a while. Others, well, I haven't actually got around to even talking about them yet. Yeah, so went to a couple, thrift stores and whatnot, and uh, found myself some good old scary fashion horror movies. Yeah. So first off, let's go through and see what we got. Gotta do something for the kids, right? You know what I mean? Gotta have something in there for the kiddies. So I had heard of this movie, but I've never actually seen it. I heard it's really, really good. Directed by one of the writers of um Ghostbusters Afterlife. Uh, Here we have Monster House. Yeah, the widescreen version. I think I may have seen the full screen edition somewhere, but I wanted widescreen, so because that's really the only real way to watch movies like this. So yeah, it looks like fun. Kind of gives you that Scooby Doo vibe of whatnot. All right, so up next, now the rest is all for us adults. That's right, no more kid stuff. So I had shown off that I had gotten The Lost Boys, the second film, and I managed to find the third. Yep, we have Lost Boys, The Thirst. So I now have the entire Lost Boys trilogy, and now I can actually sit down and finally watch them. So up next, now this movie, I've been trying to find the collector's edition of this, but I'm like, you know what? This will suffice me for now until I find that particular edition. The final movie that I need for this particular horror franchise. Um, Here we have from the mind of Clive Barker. We have Hellraiser 2 Hellbound, or Hellbound Hellraiser 2. Yeah, featuring Pinhead and the Cenobites there. I've never actually watched any of the Hellraisers except for the first one. So leave a comment down below and let me know how they are. Because like I said, I've never actually seen them. I know it's basically they're if you like, apparently from what I understand, if you like the Saw movies, you'll like these. I mean, apparently these are a little bit crazier than the Saw movies. So up next we have let's see here. Oh, cool. All right, I did not notice this. So here we have a film that I know was I'm not sure if it was a remake or an original movie or what, but little film called Mirrors came out several years ago, and I managed to find the sequel, Mirrors 2, the unrated cut. Yeah, with this really cool slipcover. But what's kind of cool about it is that I think this might be a rarity, because not only of the slipcover, but because of the fact that this is a dual layer disc, which also includes the original Korean classic Into the Mirror, which is actually kind of interesting because I just picked it up and I'm like, oh, so literally I get two films for the price of one. So yeah, so I think I've only seen the first Mirrors maybe once or twice, so I need to sit down and watch this. So up next, I found this trilogy set. It sounded kind of weird or whatnot. I'm like, oh, okay, but it's basically from from what I can tell, it looks like it's early '70s horror. I've never really the only really '70s horror movie I've ever really known is Halloween. I've never really seen anything else. But here we have a trilogy set of films with the Legacy, starring an very young Sam Elliott. Chris Sarandon in The Sentinel. I don't know if that's Susan Sarandon's sister or what. But it also features Ava Gardner in it. So I'm like, okay. But The Sentinel also has a big cast too in it. It also has Burgess Meredith, Christopher Walken, Eli Walk, and Jeff Goldblum and Beverly D'Angelo. So yeah, quite a big cast. And finally we have starring Kurt Benedict from Battlestar Galactica. We have S or Hiss, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, it just sounded weird. I'm like, okay, well, we'll give it a shot and see what it is. So, what can I say? 3 early '70s horror films. So there you go. Up next, so with this movie, I've never actually seen it, but I know it is a remake, and it's not one of the greatest remakes ever made. I still want to find the original, but I want to find the collector's edition of it, not that stupid bare bones edition that's out there. But we have the unrated version of Prom Night, yeah, of the remake. Now I know there is a PG-13 cut of it. I seriously doubt that there's hardly any major difference, maybe for a few frames, but that may be about it. If I can find the theatrical cut, well, hey, I may just find it for completion's sake. So, for my remake section. All right, and finally, we have two more in the Masters of Horror anthology series. Yeah, I went through all my horror movies, and I cannot believe I did not have these. Or I did have them at one point. I think I sold them. But here we have from the director of Phantasm and Bubba Hotep. We have Incident on and Off a Mountain Road. Yeah, I remember watching this one. This one was really good. And I love the fact that it comes with these little cards, too. I don't think the second series ever did that. So if you actually have the cards, hold on to them because they are collector's items. As always, loaded with bonus features. And also we have the man who basically started this whole thing. We have from the director of The Shining, which is the TV miniseries version, as well as The Stand, the mini version, the TV miniseries. We have Mick Garris's Chocolate. Yeah. I think this was the first movie that I saw out of it, mainly because of, well, this guy right here. If anybody knows who that is, yeah, well, that's Elliot from E.T. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. I've never seen him in anything except for E.T. And I was like, thank God he's still acting, because last time I saw him in anything besides this was Gangs of New York. And it's just a small role, but he's in it. And, well, that completes this small little horror update. With that, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And with that, I'll see you later.